All right, folks, welcome back to another Kitchen Table Wargaming Battle Report. This, as you can tell by the size of the army, is a Combat Patrol game. Have not done Combat Patrol in a while. So I'm running actually Cult of the Red Grief, and the Yncarne is along for the ride, because the Yncarne's scary and good at doing some things that other things in my army cannot. Have the Succubus as the Warlord with the 3-up invulnerable save, and the Helm of Spite for denying spells. I don't know if that'll be any better than the Bloodglaive, but I'm trying it today. We'll see. I've got 7 witches. The Hecatrix has the Agonizer and a Blast Pistol, and then I have the Shardnet and Impaler there. And then I've got 6 bikes. They're just the good old boys, plain, not boring, but plain. They have the Combat Drug for the +1 toughness. The witches are +1 strength, and the Succubus has +2 to the movement. That's that. So that's 500 points on the nose, and I'm brought Josh back, couldn't keep him away with his Blood Angels. Goodness, it's going to be interesting to see if the speed and wittiness can handle just the sheer hammer of the Blood Angels. We'll look at that list in just a second. Alright, and here we are with the Blood Angels list. So we've got the Sanguinary Priest, we got the 4 Sanguinary Guard, 5 Assault Intercessors, and 3 Plasma Inceptors. And by the way, for folks who are curious, the Inceptors are more painted now, and that is, he's going with the, Successor Chapter color scheme instead of the red of the Blood Angels. But that's what they will be looking like. Somebody got a chuckle out of my comment that not all of your army was painted with the correct colors last time when most of them were green. They thought that was kind of fun. So we're getting there. He's working through it. And anything weird on these guys? Does he have a relic on him? I forgot to ask
of War and the Teeth of Terror.
Okay. So they're going to hit hard, and they can move fast. I was thinking, oh, look, his army's kind of slow today. Just kidding. He has 1 unit that doesn't have jump packs. So, it'll be fun. We're both fast. He hits a lot harder. Maybe I can do some shenanigans with Psychic and stuff, but I have no idea. So we will be back in a minute. We'll go over the board and the mission, and we'll hit deployment while we're there as well. Alright folks, we've deployed. It's quick. This is it's so weird to play with such a small group, but neither of us have played Combat Patrol in a while, so the game may or may not last very long, who knows? And it's Blood Angels, so it may or may not last very long, we'll see. I have to just be excited about my Kitchen Table Wargaming objective markers from 3D6 Wargaming. Got those in, figured a way to squeeze in a game so we could actually use them. I've deployed over on this side, got the Yncarne, got the witches there, the Reaver bike's here, and then the Succubus is hanging out in the front. Maybe foolish? Who knows? But we'll see if we can't get anything done. I don't know, it'll be kind of fun. So we got that going over there. Another objective here. Oh, we're playing, the name of this mission is Outriders. So you have the 9-inch bubble in the center, and then the deployment zone is kind of funny. It just looks really short because it goes up to here and then the bubble starts. And so it looks really shrunken on this kind of a map. But that's where we're at there. Over here, we have a nice bubble of deadly death. And then the Sanguinary Guard are chillaxing out in the deep space. So, everything back here is hidden. There is a lid coming for this tank. It's just on the printer still, so that's nice. So they're all out of line of sight back there. Can't see them even if you think you can. And I'll tell you what the secondaries are real quick, because it could be kind of relevant. Josh has the mission-specific one, Survey, I think is what it's called, or surveys. But if he can hold the 2 outside of the deployment zone at the end of his command phase, that one back there, that's 5 points for him. We're both picked secondaries that might score us points. He took attrition, so if he kills more than I kill in a turn or a round, then he gets 4 and raise the banners. Then I took Slay the Warlord. If it happens, I get 6. I took Line Breaker. If I can get in his lines, then I get 4 at the end of my turn. And then the other one was, I can't read that. What was the other one that I took? Oh, mental interrogation. Well, let's see if we can do psychic stuff. He didn't bring his librarian to this game, so I can at least hopefully cast that and not, fail. So I can get 3 on that, hopefully reliably. So yeah, that's that. So that's the mission. This is the table, and we are going to roll to see who is going first. I don't really know if I want to go first or not.
Yeah.
Well, he rolled a 1. I don't think he knows either. I rolled a 6. I guess I get to go first. We'll be back after Drukhari, turn 1. Alright, that was short. It didn't bring anything that had a lot of firepower. So witches came over here. They did not advance. They just moved their 8 and were able to get on that objective. So with his particular secondaries, I'm at least going to have to make him bring objective secure stuff over there. Yncarne moved up, not the full 8, but close. It's still sitting on this objective, so we can have some secondaries or primaries, in that turn. I don't know. The succubus moved up. Even if I had advanced the succubus, she would probably not have made it into the deployment zone, so line breaker was a no-go. I just decided we'll ignore that for now. And the jet bikes did do their advance because Cult of the Red Grief doesn't matter and you automatically advance 8 with them. So they came to sit on this objective. So everything is fairly out of line of sight, which is a good thing, without him moving. So he's going to move around. He's got some things to think about. I don't know. The only thing I'm sad about is I didn't score any points yet. But my plans are to be able to contest objectives and keep him from scoring lots of secondaries as long as possible. We'll see if that happens. So we'll be back in just a minute at the end of Blood Angels, turn 1. Alright, Blood Angels turn 1 is done. Nothing happened over there, but I imagine that's where the Sanguinary Guard are aiming soon. The succubus is fine. The Yncarne teleported over here because the jet bikes got deleted. So they were hanging out just enough where they could be shot at by mean plasma inceptors, except they only did a wound. So it wasn't the end of the world. I did spend 2 command points for lightning fast reactions and the shooting phase, which helped them. Then I spent it again for lightning fast reactions in the combat phase after they charged in, and there were 2 left after the first round of fighting. We hit back, didn't do anything, and then they decided to spend 2 command points to hit again. So my jet bikes died. The Yncarne came up to say hello because this way I'm in range to do mental interrogation this turn, which I kind of need. That's about all I can do to try to score some points. He also raised a banner over there with the Sanguinary Priest. So he scored 4 for attrition. And what else did you score? You scored another thing, didn't you?
Not yet.
Oh, not yet. He raised a banner. Right, he raised a banner. So that's where we sit. He's going to make things more difficult for me to score any points, but we are going to try anyways. So we'll be back in a minute with Drukhari turn 2 coming up. Alright folks, end of Drukhari turn 2. So the Yncarne, I had a hard time deciding if I was going to go in and try to get rid of the assault intercessors or not. I was in range to do mental interrogation from there, but I realized if I get line breaker, it would help me a lot more than just killing assault intercessors. So the succubus came up and advanced, got a whopping 2 on the advance, but that's fine. Got into this backside of the deployment zone. The Yncarne came down over here, was actually on the other side of the barrels, kind of in that area, in the deployment zone, so I would have had line breaker, but then rolled a 12 on the charge, so made the big charge into the plasma inceptors. Josh spent the overwatch, did nothing, and that's kind of overwatch these days. And then I killed, he spent his other command point for transhuman. The Yncarne hit with all, wounded with 5 out of the 6, and then they just went straight through, and with the d6 damage, we killed all the inceptors. Piled in, can't get onto the objective with my pile in, but it was close. And then he reminded me that has objective secure because it's, why not? Space Marines and Blood Angels and all that good stuff. So he will still get his raised banner. But yeah, we're trying. The succubus did try to make a charge, but was not successful. Oh, and the reason I don't have another command point is because, I earned one for the turn, and then I promptly rolled double ones to my mental interrogation, and instead of committing the perils, I decided to just go ahead and spend that command point. So that's where we stand on that. So I scored the 3 for mental interrogation, I scored 4 for line breaker, and I had 5 points for primary because the witches are still here. They just decided that instead of getting charged and shot first by the sanguinary guard, we'd go into a building and Josh would have to not shoot them, but still could charge them. So that's what we're doing. Yes, we left this one well alone and exposed, but hopefully this gamble will pay off, and we'll find out in just a minute because Josh is about to have Blood Angels turn 2. Okay, Blood Angel's turn 2 is done. I just put the roof on this, I didn't need to. He shot in with a sanguinary guard and killed 3 witches. I made 1 power from pain. That was better than none, I guess. They then failed their charge. I was not sad. He spent his last command point to reroll it, and they still failed. They got closer, but still failed. Sanguinary Priest, however, did not fail his charge, so we had a little Warlord face-off. I lost 2 wounds. He lost 1 wound. I think I got the worst end of that deal. But hey, the little succubus with a 3-up invulnerable save proves to be hardy. Over here, these guys backed themselves up, still on the objective, raised a banner, so they're doing what they're doing, and the Yncarne is over here, not really doing anything. So we will come back in a minute. For scoring, he did get 15 for primary because he held 2. That's rough, but that's okay. It is bound to happen when you lose a whole unit. So he got 15 for primary, and 1 for raise the banners. You didn't get anything else scoring on that one? Okay, so that's where we stand. Definitely takes the lead with that on primary. We'll see if we can do some things here in this turn. So we will be back in a little bit with Drukhari turn 3.
Slay Warlord.
I did slay the Warlord. Hey, I just started the video. It's 6 points, yeah. So, here's what we did. My witches came out of the bunker, building, whatever, and up here because I wanted to slow down the sanguinary guard. Then I failed every single invulnerable save. 4-up invulnerable. I failed all. No, that's not true. I made 2, but 8 of them went through. So, whoops. Might have done me no good whatsoever, but I thought it was worth a try. I did actually kill one with the Agonizer, so that was cool. Over here in the shooting phase, believe it or not, the blast pistol went off and killed Mr. Sanguinor, so that was nice. I did get mental interrogation one more time before that happened, so I took down the banner, got mental interrogation. They stayed back there. They both tried to charge into the sanguinary guard, but both failed to charge from way back there because it was a pretty long bomb. So that's how it ends up. There's 3 sanguinary guard left. You still got these dudes chilling back here with a banner up. And that's about it. I'm down to 2 units. He's down to 2 units. I don't really have any idea what's going to happen. So we'll be back shortly. That's what's going to happen. Blood Angels is turn 3, right? Blood Angels turn 3 coming up. All right. Well, what you don't know is that in between turns took 30 seconds. Sanguinary Guard came back here. They have raised the banner. They, I think both of his units are now, if you did the measuring right, about 20 inches away from what I have left on the board. And we might be kind of fast, but I don't think we're that fast. These guys just got farther away from us to make it that much harder to get at him. So he scored 1 for raise the banners. That was really all there was. He is set up now to be able to score the survey, the secondary for the mission, where he gets 5 points every time he holds both of these outside the deployment zone. So I need to do something about that. I score 4 points just for sitting here and 5 points for holding an objective, but I don't think that's going to help me much. So, so we got to do some stuff. We got to come back in a minute and figure out exactly how we want to play this out. And that is exactly what we shall do. We'll be back in just a minute with Drukhari, turn 4. Okay, folks, Drukhari turn 4 is over. It is sad at the moment. I did move the Yncarne up and did smite into the secondary guard, and I think I just wounded one is all I did. Yeah, that was disappointing. The succubus came over here and advanced and I had to reroll her advance to get her into range for a charge, and then she made the charge and killed a guy. That was kind of a letdown. And then they killed her. So the Yncarne said, well, we'll come over here. Unfortunately for me, it did leave him. It was kind of a long shot anyways, but I don't know, whatever. Sometimes you play the long shots and they don't work. So what happens is he still holds both of the the objective markers outside his deployment zone. So he's going to score 5 for survey, I think is what it's called. Mm-hmm. Then he's going to score 15 for primary because I don't take this objective away. So he's going to get another 20. I was only up by about 9, I think it was, at the start of this turn. So he's going to lead in the points here, and it's probably not really much of a way to come back from it. So, we'll see though. We'll play it and see what happens. The Yncarne could kill them, and then he's not going to get the extra points, but I don't know if I can get enough to come back. So we'll see. We'll be back after the Blood Angels turn 4, and yeah, I think that's it. So we got Sanguinary Guard chilling back here, and we got Assault Intercessors chilling over there, and we'll be back shortly. All right, Blood Angels' turn is over. They did take wounds off of the Yncarne. I lost 3 wounds, and then I hit back, and I'm being bitter about D6 damage. I killed all of them except for one. He is hurt. He's only half alive because I rolled a 1 on D6 damage, so that's whatever. But then he didn't fail morale. In fact, he rolled a 1 for morale. So I don't get the objective, which means I don't score primary, which makes me very salty. I was really hoping to at least wipe them. They kind of should have, but I didn't have a command point left to reroll. They're chilling over here because why not? It's far away from the scary death monster. So he scored a ton of points on that turn. It's going to be a bit of a problem now because I didn't get rid of that last dude over there. So I can't score primary. I will kill him because it's fun. But that's about all I'm going to be able to accomplish in this turn. So we'll be back after Drukhari, turn 5. All right. Ha! Victory! Sort of. I killed the guy with a wound. I did it with a smite. The Yncarne did. Thank you, Yncarne. How come I didn't have the command point to reroll the damage earlier? But I did not score primary, so Josh is totaling up the score. I can't score anything, at the end of my turn because I went first, thanks to the dice. So he'll still get 5 for primary and 10 because he's holding more than I. No, he's not holding more. Sorry, he'll only get 5 for primary. But what is the final score?
59 Blood Angels, 45
Drukhari. All right, that's that last turn for the Blood Angels, not getting rid of this dude over here, and yeah. Oh, well, hey, it was a lot of fun. It was a cool game. I enjoyed that. Came down to 1 Yncarne and 3 Sanguinary Guard. And, that's how the cookie crumbles. Hope you guys enjoy this. Combat Patrol, super fun. We played that game in, 40 minutes maybe? So if you haven't started playing around with Combat Patrol, it's really good times. We're hoping to run a Combat Patrol tournament in our gaming group in the next month or so. It'd be a lot of fun. It's such a different play style because you've got such limited number of things to use, and then you've got some things that are going to be extra killy and some things that are extra sticky, and it's pretty crazy. So anywho, good job Josh with the Blood Angels. Nice victory. I'm glad that the Drukhari didn't get wiped and that I actually scored points. I'm proud of that. So that was fun. I hope you guys enjoy that. It's been another Kitchen Table Wargaming Battle Report.